Hey guys, Chef John again. The last video that I did actually, we spoke about the basics, the do's and the don'ts on how to actually begin and open your food truck business. We did cover the incorporation. We covered the testing as far as the food safe or ServSafe in this case. We've covered the EIN. We covered state sales tax ID and so on. This time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to recommend this company. I notice that lots of times I have people say want to find something cheaper. They go online and they find something that they come up with that they take a test or do some kind of crash course online and say, well, I took it from this company and that company. I don't know any other company that is a one-stop shop like ServSafe. ServSafe.com, that's what I use. That's what my staff uses, for instance. If you own the food truck, the corporation is under your name, you got to have a food handler's permit. Everybody else under you can have a, what do you call it? They can have a refresher's course, but they have to have ServSafe. No one in your food truck or restaurant, and in the kitchen for that matter, can operate without a ServSafe handling permit, or you as the owner having the master license, in other words. So they do have a book. You can purchase the book, or you can do an online. You can do an ebook, whichever. I mean, this thing covers everything you need to run your food truck. And then once you pass the test, they require a 75% score out of 100 questions. I mean, this thing covers anything from foodborne illness, how foodborne illness occur, keeping food safe, biological, chemical, and physical contaminants, deliberate contamination at food, responding to foodborne illnesses, outbreaks, how to handle, how handlers themselves can actually contaminate food, single-use gloves, personal hygiene, policies for reporting health issues, things like temperatures. For instance, at what temperature does water freeze? Water freezes at 32 degrees. At what temperature can you store ice cream? You can't freeze ice cream. If I gave you a head of lettuce and I said, well, refrigerate this lettuce for me, you can't put the lettuce in the freezer. Things like understanding your dates, when the food came in, certain types of foods that have allergens that can make people sick, people with allergies that are, the book covers everything from front to back, everything that you do need. Actually, once you pass the test, the state of Florida, which we've always referred to, the state of Florida, which was where I am, the state of Florida will not allow you or give you a permit to sell food without you passing this exam. Okay, so ServSafe.com is where you go. I think it's ServSafe.com/manager's course or something like that. But you'll find it. Usually, honestly, if you've made it this far, you are on your way to to become successful. Okay, once you have that, you got your food truck, you got your licensing, you got your sales tax ID number, you got your EIN number. And hopefully you made a good purchase. Now, we did cover ventilation, types of equipment. I always recommend buying something new, especially when you're working with gas. If you're a technician, you understand how to fix things and how things work, fine. You can find yourself an old deep fryer and fix it up and make it work. I do that. But I recommend ServSafe.com. This is a good start. Okay, so guys, don't go and find some other Joe Schmo company that says, well, it's $20 cheaper and nothing, that, and the other. A lot of that stuff don't work. I've seen guys go online and take a test and then paste the sticker on their truck or something as if like, okay, well, I passed the test. Well, I don't know anything else that the state of Florida requires, like a one-stop shop like ServSafe, ServSafe.com. I use them. My staff uses them. I'm not getting paid for this, but I'm just passing on good information and the experience. Now, as far as the test itself, You can take the test at home. It is proctored. Yeah, somebody's watching you, and this is exactly what they do. You can either go to a local commissary and take the test. They'll walk you through it, or you can do it at the comfort of your home. Now, at this point, once you've entered their own database, because you got to have good Wi-Fi, they have their own search. They have their own search engine and stuff that you have to get into. You can't use Chrome or Safari and that. So what you do is, once you take the test, the proctor comes on. They tell you what to do. They want to see the room you're sitting in. No talking, no eating. I mean, you do have a right to get up if you have to go to use the restroom or something, but you have to let them know. I mean, they can actually have you take your camera or your laptop or your phone, whichever you'll be using, to film the perimeter where you're in. So no cheating. If you get caught cheating, you will be disqualified. I don't know what the penalties are for that, but I believe if one disqualifies you, the other one does also. I'm not sure, but you don't want to go there. You want to take this test, pass these 75 questions, man, and move on. You're going to need that. It's a very important piece of money maker that I call it, okay? So, ServSafe.com. Obey the rules, be on time, take the test. Once you reach the passing score, the rest of it, the proctor will ring a bell and say, hey man, you've passed, congratulations, and on and go from there. Once you have that, you are ready to operate. You are ready to sell food. Believe it or not, most food trucks that I know of are not legal. These guys just go out on weekends and they get away with it. And if they get away with it, guys, more power to you. But I know one thing. If you get caught in the state of Florida selling food and missing any of the above that I spoke about in the first video, as far as your paperwork, anything that's missing, you can get a fine. And sometimes if you're missing the most important thing, which is the ServSafe management, the DBPR license, hotels and restaurants, that shows an inspector that you have no clue. You have no idea of what you're doing. So most times that could be punishable by a misdemeanor. So do it, guys. Do it and do it right. Go to ServSafe.com. You can set up an appointment. You can actually buy the package. There's a choice. If you're a man of subject, you know the stuff already, you can actually take the test without buying the book. If you don't trust yourself, it's been 5 years already. There are some new things they've added. So go ahead, study the book like I did. I had to restudy the book 5 years ago. I took it. So study the book. I actually go through the chapter. I go to the questions, I go to the answers, and then I come back. For instance, I'm like, okay, I tell myself the answers, I read the answers, I read the questions, and then I come back and read the chapter itself. For instance, say chapter number 1 in this book is foodborne illness. I'd go to say, since it's chapter 1 and 2, I'd go to the back of the book and find the answers and questions for chapter 1 and 2 and go from there. That's how I study. Yes, you can take notes, make notes, and write it down so you can remember it. You got to remember your temperatures, because when the inspector walks on that truck, he or she will be concerned. Let me tell you, thermometer. Your sanitized kit, the kit that they sell for the bleaching kit, your parts per million. Most people use bleach. I use bleach. You don't have to get fancy. Bleach works fine. Just too much bleach can be a problem. But understand your test strips. The book will go through those, through that specific, process with you. So that way you understand what the state of Florida, in this case, is requiring. Temperature. They'll walk on that truck and be like, well, where's your water heater? What's the temperature? Where's your drain? Where is your storage tanks, and on and on and on. Stuff that's already been put in the truck and everything. Because if you got your truck built, that person, that company that's building the truck actually knows, and they'll walk you through it, and then inspection shouldn't be a problem. Now, They've let you go. You yourself have to know what you're doing in that truck. Now, cooking is dangerous. I'll have more videos on, gas and everything else. So, guys, until next time, stay safe, do it, and do it right. So, please subscribe and like. Just throw some ideas at me. Whatever it is that's in that truck you feel as if that you're not comfortable with. Anything with lighting the pilot, anything with gas adjustment, temperature placement, refrigeration, repairs, sanitizing, cleansing, on and on and on. Leave a comment and I will answer you guys. Until next time, Chef John from Grab and Go and Grab and Go Concessions.